welcome back to Troy and Zach Chaotic. I'm Troy McEady.
And I am Zach. What is your favorite Britney Spears just tour? Period.
Dream Within a Dream, without
Oh,
any
is it?
question.
Oh, okay. That's
It's,
perfect for today's video, by the way.
yeah, it just so happens to me, Dream Within a Dream. I think that it is one of the best tours in music history.
It is. I absolutely agree. This one is just, I mean, we talked kind of in our first episode that this sort of era of Britney Spears is like peak Britney, and this tour really exemplifies that. The dancing is on point, costumes, everything is just perfection. And you actually got to go and see this one in person,
Yeah,
and
I
I'll be
yes.
forever jealous of that.
It's definitely one of those moments where you kind of don't really realize that you're in a moment that will mean so much to you. Like I
Yeah.
was just excited to be at a Britney Spears concert. Uh, and I just was like more in shock. Like I remember my mom telling me that I wasn't really like I wasn't like in it wasn't that I wasn't engaged, but I was just so in shock that I
Yeah.
was just like staring like a creep.
That's
You know what
crazy.
I mean?
What was your favorite number in it that you got to see in person?
Anticipating.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah,
that's so nice.
because it was
Such a
my
feel good
favorite.
song too. I can't wait to get to that one also. Oh yeah,
I
so
know.
this episode that we're doing today is Britney Spears live from Las Vegas, the HBO special that came out in 2001. You know what I was really surprised about, because I had to go back when we kind of lined this one up and kind of read certain little details about it. This was like right when that tour started. I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
so soon when that tour started. They don't usually do that, do they?
Yeah, the album had basically just come out. Like people, I didn't remember like realize that people didn't really know the songs yet
Yeah.
on when they went to the tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like everything, a lot of it was just like first time, right? And she had like
Yeah,
a bunch of fan favorites in there that ended up being fan favorites, and it is just so iconic now. And like we see all of these clips, like I see "Lonely" pop up every other day on like Twitter,
I know. It
like
makes me really happy.
it does. And I remember watching this. I didn't get to go see it in concert. Troy, I had to watch it on HBO at my friend's house, but it was like I was so like mesmerized. And then for that Christmas, I had to have it on VHS.
Yeah,
And so we would, whenever we'd walked through the store, I'd make sure I pointed it out to my parents,
yeah.
and then I'd like while we were in the store, I'd make my way back and peek just to make sure see if it was still there or if they'd gotten it. Um, yeah, and then when I saw a VHS shape under the tree, I had my sister go over because she's little. I had her go over and open it for me so I could make sure what it was, and then just blame it on her, and I did, and I got to watch it early, so that was nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was great.
I forgot. Yeah, the VHS tape of this and like having to rewind your favorites over and over. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
goosebumps.
okay. I did it happily.
Oh my god. Of course,
This
iconic.
so we are gonna kind of cover this in sections just because it's long. You don't want to sit here through for like 2 hours or anything like that. So
Right.
we're gonna cover it in sections, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna break it up by costume, right? So the first one with her black number and like the huge trench coat, like
Yeah.
fucking fantastic. This is probably my favorite Britney performance ever. Like
Really.
ever. This is it for me. This is probably one of my favorite costumes she's ever worn. Uh, I don't know what hair do you like for? Yes, let's get real gay. What hair do you
Okay.
like for the dream within a dream tour?
You
We
know,
have a
I
few
gotta
different
say,
styles.
I like the hair that she had during the HBO filming because this is the gayest shit I'll ever say. But I like she had those like beaded extensions, like those her extensions like made it so that her hair could like move around a lot. Like I
Mhm.
felt like her hair was really like a
Yeah.
part of this show.
When she gets sweaty, I love her like pushing it back and like it gets
Oh
stuck in
my
like the
god.
sex hair position. It's so good.
Yes. The sex hair position. That's true.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Well, we're
love
not
when
gonna
she
see
moves
it
it out of
get
her hair.
sweaty just yet, but we're gonna
Right.
get there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this. Are
Okay,
you
you want
ready,
to count
Troy?
down? I'm ready.
I will. On go. Three, two, one, go. Do you remember this opening?
Of course.
Uh,
Of course. It used to kind of scare me.
did it really?
Yeah, when I was little, I was like, this feels dark sided.
Dark sided.
Little. It's just such a cool concept in
Yeah.
general. Like the
Hmm.
whole idea that like parts of this tour are a dream, and then parts of it are a nightmare,
Yeah.
and she's kind of switching in and out.
So this is a controversial figure, Wade Robson. Um,
Yeah,
I have to say, I really, really enjoyed when she worked with him, though, because
me
they
too.
just like produced magic. Um,
Yeah,
it could be argued because he grew up under like a mentorship of like Michael Jackson, right? Like he saw
hmm,
Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson doing their thing and kind of emulated that. So that's where he kind of pulled his own sort of like way of teach because he taught in sync, right? Too, and same with
yeah,
Britney. So he was teaching them what he was learning from Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, that sort of thing.
I agree with that. He really helped kind of extend that generation,
Yeah.
like the people that like came after, like you said, Michael and Janet. Like he's was kind of like the bridge between those two, and I love that.
Yeah, because just even the way of dancing was so like specific to that sort of pop star,
Yeah,
and I just wish like gosh, her bones would probably click clack if she tried to do that now. But you know, I
right.
would
It's a
love to
lot.
see her do it again.
It is, yeah. It's sad. It's like it's a lost generation of dancing.
Yeah, and just look at this production, man. The production,
So
right?
cool.
Brittany loves a fairy.
She
That came
does
from
love a
her idea
fairy.
book. She opened up her little diary and wrote that down.
It just feels so like it feels so Britney. Like
Like,
this
mm-hmm.
is an image that she would post on her Instagram today,
Yes, and I'm surprised she
right?
hasn't. One
I'm
day she's gonna
honestly
screenshot. Somebody send her the link to this YouTube video because you know she ain't got the DVD in her house. Send this
right.
link and she will screenshot this and post some long thing about it.
And it's fun that John Voight is like in this.
Yeah,
He's like randomly a part of
so
this tour.
random. Oh
So
my gosh,
random.
John Voight. She probably didn't even know who his ass was. She's like,
I know.
okay.
She's like, wait, Angelina's dad? Get him in it. Call
The guy
him.
from Anaconda.
Right. Like the dancers' involvement in this tour is so cool that they're so much a part of the
I
whole
remember
thing.
all of their breaks, everything, you
Yeah.
know? Like, it's just, they are memorable too. Like, and that's like, I think the mark of a good tour is like when you know all the little
Yeah.
elements of it and they all really stick with you equally. But like, again, all of the video elements, all of like the dramatic effects and all of that, that was, I mean, I know she probably had like a shit ton of ideas pushed into this, but like Wade Robson was directing that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and he did a damn good job.
And at the time, it was mind bending
Yes.
technology. I mean,
Uh,
insanity. Oh,
Crazy, Troy,
it's
crazy.
so
And this
cool.
guitar guy's about to come out
It's
too.
so good. I also love the screens.
Yes.
I love the screens and the way that they like
Mm.
become all those different images.
The whole stage, just the whole stage is freaking iconic. There's like a model of this stage at the Britney Spears Museum in Kentwood. Like,
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that is the one piece I'm dying to go see at that damn
Yeah.
museum. Um,
One day
but
we
it's
have to
just,
take a Kentwood trip.
just do it. We'll do
We got to
an
go to the
episode
museum.
live. We'll do it
Yeah.
live. We're at Kentwood.
Yeah. We're at the
And
Britney
this,
Spears Museum.
oh, the opening, Troy.
Oh my
I just get
god.
chills every time, and I have like so many goosebumps right now. Because you know she loves some drama too, some fire, and oh,
Do you think do you think that this is the best version of Oops?
yes. Is
I do
this
too.
so? Do you think this is like an extension of the her VMA one too? It sounds pretty similar, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is.
Not maybe not the opening, but like definitely the ending.
For sure. Because there are moments where you can tell she's kind of like mirroring her VMA choreography. Like when
Yeah.
she slams her hands on her hips and stuff and she like does the Matrix back thing. It's like a
Yes.
version of it. God. Like her command of this
Ah,
stage. Like, are
insane.
you kidding me?
The presence.
Unreal.
And this is like the only time you're gonna see her hair kind of like up, framing her face like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Because the rest of it, it's right down.
There's just a way
Like,
that like music just like kind of comes out of Britney through dance in a like,
yes,
people compare her like we just did to Michael Jackson and Janet and stuff, and it's not so much about ability as much as it is just like the way she feels music is not like a normal person.
yeah,
Like
absolutely, absolutely.
it's literally a gift.
And the song just doesn't even sit the same without the choreography. And like, who else can do the choreography? Like nobody
Totally.
else that all these record labels tried to push. And you know, that's not to get anybody else down. They were all doing their own individual thing, but like nobody could do this the
No.
same.
And they should have been able to recognize that it was a gift and that it's okay if you can't, because it's
Yeah.
so intense, wild.
Uh,
Oh my god.
and just the coat, man. So
Oh my
this
god.
outfit is another one of those that like went up for auction and sold
Yeah.
for like each individual piece sold for like I don't know $6,000 to $10,000. I would have gone bankrupt if this would have come up in 2021 for $6,000.
I would have been like, Mom, I need a credit card in your name. I'll explain later. I'll explain later.
We'll just
Please
gather a
give your
fund,
sweet boy
Troy.
credit
A
card.
fund. We'll get a fund together just for the code alone.
Oh my god. Yeah, this
I'm like,
outfit is
it's crazy, and then and
unbelievable.
that's she exhibits every sort of Britney walk in this concert.
God.
That was the skip walk, the cool one.
Yes. The foot drag.
Love it.
I love this part.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god.
It's just like, oh man.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Craziness. And this concert special won an Emmy because of how like fucking good it is.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Transition into crazy. It's just like so perfect, man.
It's so perfect.
She loves to go dark too. Like she likes
Yes.
to make it dark and and mysterious. Like she's going through an alley and.
Yeah, totally. I love that, and I love that they chose, like I said earlier, to like there are elements of this that are really dreamy and like whimsical and
Yeah.
like very like poppy and bubblegum, but there are moments like this. Like it goes between dream and nightmare.
Absolutely, and you know what? It's such a good tour, and it must have been so. I mean, it was probably grueling and exhausting for her to do, but it must have been fun because she got to play like just different roles throughout the whole thing. Like it was
Yeah.
so different from costume change to costume change.
Totally. Oh my god, have mercy. Like look at her, look at how her hair is moving even just there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
A lot of fans of just different artists will put together their like fan edits of like different concerts and stuff, and they always use audience footage from this, and I always fucking recognize it.
Oh god. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. They're every version of the Britney walk is very present.
Everything. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god.
I'm just mesmerized.
I know.
Oh my
That's the other
God.
thing that happens. I feel like when you watch Britney performances during this time, there's like I always describe her as magnetic, but it truly is like it's like hypnotic. Like you can't
Yeah.
stop looking.
And it's just something like I look at it and I want to fucking emulate it. I want to do the little walk drag and like I want to
yes.
do all of it.
Oh.
And like hitting all of these points, and it's just like I'm sure it looked a little less put together watching it in person, maybe, but like the editing, all the cuts, like everything, everybody involved in this HBO special brought their A game.
They really did, and the sound too was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like her band and everything, just they all sound so good.
Yeah, you've seen her the pictures of her doing it in like the brown bob, right?
Yes.
The black bob. I would kill to see that in fucking video. Like if anybody has that video linked somewhere, send it over.
My friend Johnny that I recorded for Dunzo, I recorded the Britney album with him, and he went to that tour.
Really?
Yeah, he went to the Brown Bob tour, and like he was saying that people were like upset about it because she couldn't like flip her hair.
I have to say, I might have been. I might have been.
I was like, I kind of get that. I would have been a little like,
I want the hair flip.
Yeah.
And how crazy is it that like this is an artist defined by something as simple as a hair flip?
Right. And it took
Like-
people so many years to realize that Britney's hair flipping is an extension of her. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
her style. It's not just like a thing that people do.
Yeah, and like whenever I don't know, you think about like the head shaving, right? And like there's so many different like rumors that have spread around that and why she did that,
Yeah.
everything. But like she's probably fucking tired of the fucking hair flipping and like the identity her hair had on its fucking own, right?
Right.
Like,
And the fact that she knew that.
yeah, she did know that. 100% she knew that. I'm feeling good, Britney Spears.
Oh my God. Look at the amount of people in that room.
Yeah. And I love seeing, having seen all the behind the scenes footage of where she goes. I know where she's going.
I
I know
know.
what she's gonna slide through.
I know. It helps that we just watch stages.
It did. It did.
She's gonna huddle and run really fast like this.
She's gonna come out from under the stage and go, "Whoo! It's hot in
Yeah.
there."
Yeah. Kind of like like in words describe how impactful this tour was
Yeah.
because so many tours after it kind of like I wouldn't say copy, but like the standard for a pop star tour had
Yeah.
changed. Because at
Yeah.
the time, this tour had broke a Guinness record for a
Did it?
long time.
Which one was
Yeah,
that?
it was like the highest earning tour, American tour. I think
Mm,
it was like behind. I think it was second, but it
yeah.
was in Guinness. I
Hmm.
mean, like it's a really, really like impactful, profound moment in her career. It just means so much, you know.
Absolutely. And it really was like this whole era again was such a departure from just everything you already knew about Britney, and she'd only been around for like 2 3 years,
Isn't
like
that
no time
crazy?
at all, and she like was already on a whole other level with this. This stage was even so different from her other stages. Remember, all her other stages had that center like the
Yep.
center like stairs, and like this one was so different, and like had like the runway going down. It had B stage. It had all of these different elements, and I think I read somewhere. I have a note written down here that I don't know how true this is, but that stage was built for the HBO special. That they designed the stage with the
Oh,
HBO
cool.
special in mind because they knew that they were gonna have to like do certain things with different camera angles, and like that's why the main stage was round, is because they had to be able to do like so many different camera angles. Um, and
It's
just
so.
thinking of
Ugh.
that is like the foresight.
The stage is actually honestly one of my favorite things about the show.
Mm-hmm.
I
What
don't
is your
think that
favorite Britney stage? Is it this one?
for sure. I
Okay.
don't think that they were ever able, even over the circus stage, which I thought was like very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they were ever able to emulate the just the flow of this stage and the way she can command
Mm.
all of it. Like the even the I love when she's on the runway part
Yeah.
when she's
You're
like really,
absolutely
you
right.
know,
Like it
right.
just fits the set list so perfectly. Which opening is your favorite out of all her tours?
Uh, um, I actually really do like the Onyx opening. I
Mm-hmm.
like the energy of it, and I think the band and stuff sounds really cool. I don't know if you can top this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, it's got to be this. I mean, this is
Yeah.
just it's so it's so cool. I love when Britney does like more rock forward stuff anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this is the best version of Oops. Like this version of Oops, I Did It Again could come out on the radio today, and I really honestly think people would be into it. It's
Yeah.
good.
It's the version I listen to. Like if I'm at the gym or if I'm like cleaning house or anything, like I will find it on YouTube or anywhere, and I will listen to this version because it is so good. And Brittany, she just did pop music so effortlessly, right? But
Mm-hmm.
she had all of these other genres just in her blood, just running through her veins, right? Like this
Yeah,
rock, like she fucking like owned this shit.
especially because this is something that you and I have talked about, but like she performs and sings in character.
Mm-hmm.
Like she definitely takes on like a character for like whatever she's into it, like whatever she's doing in that moment.
Yeah.
And one of the things I remember reading that really stuck with me when I did that Britney episode for Dunzo was that she like, they were I was reading reviews of her album versus like what Justin had coming out and like Christina, and they
Yeah.
were talking about how when Britney does kind of dip in and out of different categories and genres and stuff, like it feels so natural. So
Yeah.
like people never really had a problem with Britney like dipping into R&B because it felt so like it just felt so real, and like it felt like
Yeah.
that really was who she was. Whereas like a lot of other pop artists during that time would like, try R&B or try
Yeah.
hip hop as a way of like changing their image. And for her, it wasn't really like that. It was like, no, I just really want to do it,
Yeah, and
you
it
know?
was just like so effortless for her, It did just work, and she did 69 of these shows. You just think, you just watch just this costume, these two numbers alone, and the
Right.
energy that's in it. When you hear her, give it up for HBO. She was fucking out of breath. She was tired,
Yeah.
and she had a whole more, the rest of the show to go, and then she did 69 of those. That's crazy. That is
Yeah.
insane. That is enough, like performing to like I'm retired now. I'm done. I'm done.
Totally. And to
Um,
think what is involved in this show. I mean, at a certain point, she's like in a waterfall. I mean, imagine being
mm,
in a freezing, dancing your ass off in a freezing cold waterfall every night 69 times after like an hour of dancing the hardest you've ever danced.
I'm really excited to continue watching the rest of it. So, yeah, I hope you guys
And
liked
can
this
I
one.
just say really quick
What?
that behind you, you have the tour book and
Ah,
the doll for this performance. That's so meta. It's so cool.
hold on, let me try not to like ruin it. Yeah, I
It's
got this
so
from like
cool.
I guess because we did talk about them when I was on
Yeah.
your show, but we couldn't really see them. Here she is.
Oh my God.
I
It's
tried
so good.
to do the hair, so that's gonna have to be redone. My sister saw me cutting this hair, and she's like, "Why'd you cut it so short back here?" I'm like, "You see her hair in the video. That's where her extensions are."
No, you did a good job.
I tried.
No,
I
it's so
tried.
cool. You got the DVD, you got all the things. Look at you.
I tried. I tried. I tried. I told you right before recording. Yeah, when I'm one of those people that every few years I'm like, I have to get rid of everything. I'm so stressed out. Have like a
Yeah.
manic episode and just get rid of everything. So like a lot of the Britney stuff that I had growing up, I no longer have like any of that. So I'm
We'll
slowly
never
just
do that again.
never doing it again. This was a good one. This was a good one. My favorite
Yeah.
opening. And we hope you guys liked it too. What'd you think of this opening? What was your favorite part about it?
Yeah,
What do you? Yeah, what's your favorite Britney opening on tour? Just any out of all the tours. What do you think?
for sure. And also, what's your favorite look from this tour? I want to
That's a
know
good
people's
question.
favorite
That's the
looks from this
question. All
tour.
right.
Because
Yeah,
how do you choose?
let's get some. We'll have to do a poll or something. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see y'all later in the next one.
Bye.